Ai's new school. Ai already knew the answer, but she asked her mother anyway. Are we really going to live with Grandpa? Yes. Grandpa can't manage the farm alone, so Daddy's going to help him with his radish and spinach crop. Ai lived in the city. She had just started elementary school and loved her new friends, her weekly piano lessons, and the delicious burgers at the local fast food restaurant. Grandpa lived in the middle of nowhere. There was only one shop, lots of fields, and a tiny village school. I don't even know Grandpa, thought Ai. Whenever we visit, he's out in the fields. And what's more, I hate radish. I don't want to leave the city. The words were on the tip of Ai's tongue, but when she thought of Grandpa struggling alone, she held them back. They moved on a Sunday in the spring vacation. Grandpa was waiting for them outside. Welcome! We're glad to be here, said Ai's mother, and Ai bowed stiffly beside her. Daddy unpacked the car. By the time they had settled in, spring vacation was over. Ai walked sadly to school with her mother. When they got to the gate, Mummy pointed to a tall magnolia tree full of white flowers. Look, Ai, the tree is welcoming you to school. The headmaster was a smiley man in round glasses. This school may be small, but it's great, he said. You'll have lots of fun here. I wasn't so sure. Ms. Ishida, the second grade teacher, had a very loud voice. We have a new friend this year, she boomed. Her name is Ai O'Hara. Now we have 6 students in the class. With so few students, why does she have to shout? Thought I. The school was pretty. The ground was bordered by yellow rape blossoms, and the wisteria pergola had cabbage-white butterflies fluttering among the purple flowers. The grassy yard was slippery. Playing tag was hard, but at least it didn't hurt when you fell. I soon got to know her classmates. Mio lived on a dairy farm. Asuka and Yuichi's families grew radish like Grandpa. Taichi had greenhouses for melons and tomatoes. And then there was Tomoki, who she hadn't quite worked out yet. On a sunny day in May, I pulled on her boots and joined the whole school planting sweet potatoes in a nearby field. I hope they turn out well, she thought. After that, the second years went to Taichi's greenhouse, where Taichi's grandpa showed them how to plant melon seeds. I loved melons. I've done this before, said Taichi proudly. My grandpa's melons are the best. He's a melon expert. I thought of her grandpa. I wonder if he's a radish expert. By their next visit, the melon vines had sprouted little yellow flowers, and by the third time, they had turned into baby melons. How cute! I was thrilled. In June, the melons were large enough to pick. The children thanked Taichi's grandpa loudly as they carried their melons home. During the summer vacation, the children gathered at the sweet potato patch. It was full of weeds. I need you all to pick 30 weeds each, boomed Miss Ishida. Sweet potatoes need room to grow. I worked until the sweat was dripping down her face and her gloves were covered in mud, but the task was endless. The children just could not clear the patch. When school started in September, I was surprised to see that the sweet potato patch was weed-free. Ms. Ishida told them that the villagers had been busy tending the field in their absence. These sweet potatoes have been cared for by everyone, thought I. At the end of the month, the children sowed buckwheat seeds at Aska's farm. They worried that the tiny seeds wouldn't grow, but the headmaster assured them that even small seeds could grow if tended with love. He was right. Soon the field was filled with pretty white flowers. Well into the fall, the children picked the brown buckwheat seeds and ground them into flour with an old stone mill. The amount was very small, but the villagers brought some of their own flour and taught I and her friends how to make noodles. Their homemade noodles were so good that they ate until their bellies were full. On a cold winter's day, the whole school had a sweet potato party. The children built a campfire and placed the potatoes inside. They sang songs and played tag as they waited for them to cook. The sweet potatoes were steaming hot and tasted wonderful. When she got home, I found Grandpa washing his boots in the yard. His pants were covered in mud. "Hi, Grandpa! Guess what? We had a sweet potato party at school today." "That's nice. How were the potatoes?" "Amazing!" Ai's voice was even louder than Ms. Ishida's. I suddenly remembered what Taichi had said about his grandfather. She turned to her own and asked, "Grandpa, are you a radish expert?" I don't know about that, but I try my best, and I love it when people praise my radish." "Well then, you're my radish expert." Grandpa chuckled. I had a sudden thought. If Grandpa's so proud of his radishes, perhaps I could learn to love them too.